Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. So I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're well. Now today's pick a card reading is gonna be seasonal forecast. So I will start doing monthly predictions, but I really want to do a seasonal forecast. Why? Because seasons are the cycles of our beautiful planet, and I feel when we do monthly predictions, we are so immersed in the idea of what is going on with me in this next month, especially in the physical world, right? Which nothing bad about it, but with seasonal forecast, I really want to focus on how do you interact with the planet. Okay, the planet is giving you this next season. This is her cycle of change, and us human beings are very connected to those cycles. We have them as well. We must understand the planet and how she works because we operate almost in the exact same way. And I really feel that in today's age, it's super important to connect to nature, even through these pick a card readings that we watch on our screen. Still, I want to create some type of relationship between you and Gaia, Earth, Terra, however you want to call this beautiful planet, because I just feel it's important and it's something I've been channeling for quite some time now. So I hope I can bring the light codes or whatever, the energy that I channel through this pick a card to you as well. So yeah, within the seasonal forecast, we're going to get really messages from your higher self and from Gaia herself and the ancestors, because they reside within Gaia. So we'll be focusing on all areas of your life. I've prepared stacks of piles of cards that will show us many different areas in our lives. So not just love, not just career, not just life purpose, not just health or spirituality. It's really a mix, and then we're going to clarify with this beautiful tarot deck. So you can pause the video and meditate upon the piles. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. And also, hello pile number 1, welcome to your reading. I have my coffee with me, keep that in mind. Maybe you want to take your own beverage as well. So these cards will show us what is increasing and decreasing in our life. Your life, pile 1. Okay, so the 5th chakra and freedom. This is in a way contradicting itself, because the 5th chakra is about expression, truth, and freedom, and it's increasing, and then you have freedom decreasing. So I feel like you're going to participate in a lot of gatherings, public speeches, where you will be able to express your truth. You will participate in communities where you're able to express your truth. In fact, you will be super creative this next season, much more than you've expected. You will have a lot of ideas. I think that also a lot of things that were scattered in your brain will come together. But with freedom decreasing, I feel this is a message for some of you. You're the one putting your own limitations on top of yourself, but also you may feel like you have a decrease of resources or time or energy, and despite all of this inspiration and all of this truth and revelation coming your way, and you becoming clear about so many things and wanting to speak on those topics, it's like you lack the time to do that. You lack the time to make your projects come in full fruition. You lack the resources to support your projects. It's almost like you guys are, this next season, Saturn is teaching you a lot about adaptability, which is interesting because you will be put in a situation where you have to adapt, you have to adapt your speech, you have to really watch what you're saying. You will have to learn the language of your community. How can you reach your community? How can you express yourself in a way that people understand and people resonate with, so that your truth matters in a global scale, on a global scale, and so that your truth reaches humanity and is turned into service. You're learning how to turn your truth into service, but with freedom being decreased, again, you may feel like you have less outlets, or the outlets you've learned, the skills you've learned are not serving you justice when it comes to what you want to express. Okay, let's open the rest of the cards. I will be coming back to these cards again. We'll just open up each card piece by piece, unveiling the messages. So these are the things you should focus on. Pisces and your Boros. What should you focus on? With Pisces, there is a lot of compassion. You're taking a stand in a compassionate, in a position of world love, in a position of worldly compassion. With the Ouroboros and Pisces, you're kind of going back to something, you're going back to the past. Since Pisces represents an age where exiting, I feel like you're trying to make something as it used to be. You're trying to reverse something. You may feel like you've outgrown old circumstances, but there is gold and there is some type of treasure in these old circumstances. You need to revisit something this next season, pile one. And maybe the key towards freedom is not pushing against every obstacle and every wall. Maybe the freedom will not be as decreased if you were to go back to the past, because the past right now offers you some type of wisdom with Pisces, some type of experience, repetition, practice makes perfect. In my country, we say repetition is the mother of knowledge. So you may feel like you're repeating old cycles that you've outgrown, but have you really? And is it possible that there is a lesson, there is a different truth you couldn't access before that now is available to you? So this card will represent a gift from the ancestors. These are 3 goddesses that will come to support you this next season, and this is what is healing for you. The gift from the ancestors, the Sweat Lodge. This again talks about returning. I'm hearing recycle pile 2. Oh my gosh. Pile 1. I keep confusing you with pile 2 for some reason, so maybe you want to watch this one as well, but there is something you must recycle. There is a truth, maybe a project, something you've already started that you were about to close off, that you're supposed to recycle. So your spirit team and your higher self are saying you already have the gift. It's nothing outside of you. It's already within you. Pisces is the final zodiac sign, and it makes up the whole universe of all zodiac signs. And then with your Ouroboros, this is even further clarification. You have a complete world. You've created a complete universe, and within it you have so much resources, so many resources, so much to use. So instead of trying to create this next chapter and this renewal, why don't you try to recycle stuff? So for example, some of you may feel like you need a completely different education to do what you want to do, and you might be fully disregarding your previous education, your diploma, your certificates, your achievements. But Spirit is saying, do not disregard what you've already achieved. This is your stepping stone. Use it. Do not throw it away. Also, you might be very passionate about recycling in general. Um, you may want to live a more sustainable um, lifestyle, ecologically speaking. You might involve yourself in causes that have to do with the ocean, maybe recycling plastic found in the ocean, things like that. Definitely, I'm picking up on this. I am getting revisiting old relationships and speaking on compassion. You know, where did we lack compassion and mercy for each other that we end up like this? Broken relationships here will be recycled as well, pile one. I don't want to scare you. This is not like the ex is returning, because for some of you, this could be, you could hold this conversation with yourself in meditation with this person. It doesn't have to be you meet again and you get involved with one another, but you're supposed to revisit something to really gain understanding of it. What is healing? Okay. Twin flame. So quite interesting, because I was supposed to move on to the goddesses and I moved on to the twin flame, to the healing card. So yeah, definitely relationships will be revisited with the age of Pisces and the Ouroboros. We definitely have strong twin flame energy. This is about your past lives with this person. You guys are revisiting past lives with people, but especially for those of you who are in twin flame connection, and you're like, where did we lack compassion for each other? Where did we view this connection through the lenses of our ego? Where couldn't I love you enough? Where couldn't you love me enough? Because you might be in a situation where you're entering a beautiful relationship and history repeats itself, and you feel limited. You feel like you don't have the freedom in love life, maybe. And it's like, I don't want things to go down the same path they did before. Some of you are awakening to a grander concept of the twin flame. I feel like some of you are awakening to your twin flame in the astro, your twin flame's higher self. You're awakening to a spirit guide or an entity guide, like just this higher being, this more expanded higher consciousness that connects with you, and you're like, this is more the twin flame than any human connection here in the 3D world. For many of you, your twin flame is on the other side. For many of you, your twin flame didn't even come on Earth. I feel like you guys are in some type of a huge cycle and huge collective, and this collective is coming together. You're coming together with your soul tribe, and again, you will be exposed to a lot of opportunities to speak up and to just speak in general and express yourself. But why do I feel like this next season you would feel a little extra lonely? There are many things that you feel like you must heal and complete on your own. But once again, pile one, you will be tempted to throw yourself away, throw your past away. But what I'm getting very strongly is you're supposed to recycle it. Don't scratch it. There is wisdom and there are gifts in there. So these cards will show the goddesses that are supporting you this next season. And I got a very clear message that each goddess kind of represents a different collective watching this within the pile. There are a couple of collectives, and you may connect with all of them, but you may connect with only one. So please don't force yourself to connect with a goddess that you don't resonate with in the first place. Don't force the messages to resonate or apply to your situation if they don't naturally. So yeah, let's start off with this one. I believe this is Kuan Yin. It's a very beautiful image of Kuan Yin. Yeah, Kuan Yin is the Chinese goddess of infinite mercy and compassion. We talked about this, infinite mercy and compassion. Interesting. She's apparently an aspect who sprang from one of Buddha's tears. She once took form of Miao Shan, a woman who was spurned by her father for refusing to marry. Later, Miao Shan sacrificed both arms and legs in order to heal her father. Pisces, sacrifice. Oh my gosh, this is such a confirmation here. Her appeal is particularly widespread because she gives assistance in this world. She provides the earthly blessings of children, health, and long life, and rescues people from drowning, lightning, and poverty. She is particularly a protector of women. Kuan Yin is a symbol of the unlimited compassion each of us can have for ourselves. No matter what the situation, it is possible to treat ourselves with mercy and love. So this next season, you guys are focusing on how can I speak with love? How can I express myself from a place of compassion rather than frustration and anger? Because with this freedom being limited or decreasing, I feel like your fifth chakra increase will manifest itself in an expression coming from anger or frustration or a blockage, and you're like trying to push through the blockage with almost like a scream. You're trying to scream against a wall in order to break it, to break free. But Pisces is teaching you, and Kuan Yin is supporting you and teaching you, speak from a place of compassion. Speaking from a place of love, there's walls down in a much greater way, in a much more powerful way than screaming and yelling and trying to push and break walls down. You know, you're going to melt walls down. Maybe you're melting walls down between your twin and you. Communication is flourishing. If you've been in no contact, communication will open up. But again, a past situation is repeating itself to test you if you're able to approach it with love. This next season is teaching you to love your past. And by loving your past, you're going to unlock the gifts it holds for you. So this next queen, goddess. Okay, we've got Diana. Diana is the ancient lady of the beasts, called by the Roman Lucina, goddess of the light. As mistress of wild things, she is especially responsible for anything young and vulnerable, be it wild or human. She is a goddess of solitude, comfortable with the wilderness and with the great silence of nature. She represents the mystic, primitive identity of the hunter and the hunted. Diana is a moon goddess, symbolizing the moon in its crescent phase. She stands for the virgin, a self-sufficient free goddess who lives life on her own terms, especially a goddess of women. She is related to all phases of female existence, from infancy to menstruation menstruation through birth, nursing, menopause, and death. Diana stands for the part of us that is at home in the wildness, at home with our primitive instinctive nature. So we spoke about feminine cycles, but I'm sure Diana applies to the masculine archetypes and consciousness as well. My masculine's watching this. This is the feminine that scares you. This is the feminine that chases you, and she's returning. You run away from a connection, maybe from the truth about your mother, from the truth about your daughters and sisters, and certain feminines who might have done you wrong, or you were not ready for them to do you right, and you ran away. And now she is kind of chasing you, catching up with you. She is the huntress. So definitely, this is for my masculines who are afraid of their own feminines, their own emotions. They're catching up with you. Pisces will not let you run away from feelings, pile one. Pisces will not let you run away from chaotic emotions. You have to deal with them. So, the final goddess. As I said, I'll be coming back to the cards. So, if you feel like I don't finish or elaborate enough on a card that I just discussed, this is because I'll be coming back to them. Hell. Hell is the Norse queen of the underworld, a mother goddess in her underworld guise. She rules over a fiery womb of regeneration and is especially responsible for those who die of disease or old age. Her underworld, unlike the Christian hell, which received its name from her, is simply an other world, a place of renewal rather than a place of punishment and misery. When Northern shamans visit her realm, they put on a hell cape, a magic mask, sometimes a helmet, that renders them invisible. It is possible that the masked hero queen, a standard character in Commedia dell'arte, was originally one of the kindred of the goddess Hel. Hel is an embodiment of the divine mystery, a challenge to look behind the mask of appearances, to see things as they really are. Fifth chakra, yes, truth will be revealed. Also with the Ouroboros and Pisces, this feels like some type of grandiose revelation, because when I think of Pisces, I really think of the age of Pisces, I really think of religion, I really think of prophecies, and with the Ouroboros, history repeating itself again, cycles, prophecies. So I feel like this next season, a lot of predictions that maybe you made for yourselves, other people made for you, will come true. You may feel restricted in that sense. You may feel restricted in your ability to be an active creator of your reality. It's almost like you're experiencing your destiny and you have no control over it. So truly this next season is teaching you have faith and have compassion for what has been prepared for you in the higher plan. With the sweat lodge, this is actually talking about the womb. Why I spoke of recycling, because this is not simply a rebirth, a spontaneous rebirth. This is about going back in order to have a new beginning, to start a new journey. You have to go back to the origin. You have to go back to the root cause of a situation, to the origins of a situation. And with Hel, queen of the underworld, a mother goddess, she rules over a fiery womb. The sweat lodge also represents the womb of Gaia. It represents the volcanic lava in the core of Gaia. So in a way it represents how we visualize hell in the most basic way, you know, fires and flames and all of that. But it also is the womb of the planet. So that is very interesting. That is a very interesting, like the goddesses really correspond to different portions of the reading. So I do feel that each one of you will feel different or a stronger pull to different goddesses here. Okay, then this next season you may feel like you're waiting on someone to rescue you with Pisces and the twin flame. It feels like you might be waiting on your soulmate to rescue you. So, kind of to summarize, pile one, you'll be much more emotional this next season. Your heart chakra is definitely opening up. You are going back to the past. Nostalgia is coming through as well. But this is all to teach you how to live life from a place of heart. And how to live life from a place of not controlling it. With freedom decreasing, this is more about control, pile one. You will not have control over the circumstances that take place, the cycles that take place, and you will notice yourself being almost like moved by the weather, by astrological positions, by your emotions. You will be absolutely going with the flow of life. So I want to ask, what truths and revelations are coming through for you guys? What truths will you expressing? Will you be expressing? The Lovers, the Justice, and the Star. You've got 3 major arcanas. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll be struggling with this reading because these are such major energies. Even Pisces being the last zodiac sign and the Ouroboros, I'm just getting these huge cycles. Some of you are meeting your twin flame. Some of you are definitely meeting your twin flame. Some of you, with the Justice card, come on, with the Justice card, this is the signing up of a contract. The Star card also represents the kind of like the end of a particular soul cycle, a cycle of many incarnations, an era, an eon for the soul. That's what the star represents, and it represents the ending, and it's like, are you really ready to transcend this? Pile one, not to sound dramatic, but this could be literally your last lifetime on Earth. So I feel like this next season will be quite intense, full of lessons and full of tests. Have you learned your lesson? Can you apply the knowledge you've gained? Maybe that's why you're meeting your twin. Maybe that's why you're coming together with them. Whether it's in the real world or in the astral, it's because this is your last lifetime here, and because it's so finite and indefinite, you may feel pressure to live a specific trace, to create something to support the upcoming generations. What truths and revelations? I would say there is a deep healing of the soul. You are going into balance with things in your life, situations that you viewed as huge obstacles or even enemies. There is a deep surrender and acceptance of things, acceptance of your journey, of your path. Maybe a dream position when it comes to your creative journey, or a dream conversation. I don't know how to express it, like a type of message you always wanted to share. You always dreamt of being reciprocated. A type of expression you always dreamt of having. For example, you always wanted to express yourself through music and not through writing, or something like that. Just an example. This is also coming into fruition. I'll be taking quite a lot of time with these cards, so I think I'm going to pause the video and really sit with these cards. Okay, so we're back. So I got a few messages that are just random here and there. So let me start off with, first of all, I just realized Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, the air signs, are coming through, as well as I'm feeling a lot of Sagittarius because I'm seeing a lot of bow and arrow symbologies here. So you could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, especially in your love life. But this is definitely a strong dynamic between the teacher and the student. So you're working those out this next season. Another thing that I'm getting here, if you're dealing with any court situations, any legal matters, make sure to make moves on time, make the decisions on time, and fully be completely authentic and speak the truth. Because I'm getting that justice will prevail, the truth will prevail, the truth will prevail and justice will be served. So no white lies this next season. Pile one, please don't do it. Because I really feel like if you try to lie about certain things or hide certain things, especially in legal matters, it will boomerang back to you. There will be a karmic payoff for you guys. So please don't risk it. Another thing that I was seeing is some of you might be going through divorce or think about it, or you might be going through a spiritual divorce with a soulmate, with a karmic. This next season, you're taking it really deep to cut cords with a specific person. And within Kuan Yin and the Star, I'm also hearing there will be a conversation about forgiveness with someone here. So prepare yourselves for that as well. But this next season, for sure, you'll have to make a decision, pile one. an authentic decision. It's like this is a decision that is connected to your dreams and hopes. However, you're afraid to make it. You're afraid to move in that direction. So, in what areas freedom is being decreased? What areas of your life? The Eight of Wands. Traveling for sure. Usually the Eight of Wands is about communication, but I don't think that's the case. That's the case. You have too many air elements here. The fifth chakra increasing. This is more so about travel and quick achievements. Okay, with Pisces, things are slowing down. Pile one, things will move slowly for you, except for the court or legal matters situation. There you will have to make bold and very confident decisions. However, things are definitely slowing down when it comes to traveling, achievements, when it comes to your career. I'm hearing Spirit say, this next season, settle in what you've already worked your ass for. Like, settle in what is comfortable, what you've been polishing for so long, and create this recycling process slowly. It's important to do things slowly at this time. Also, you may feel like you don't have the time to work out, or you don't have the time to move around as much as you used to. That's another thing that I'm seeing. Okay. What blessings and gifts are coming through? With the Sweat Lodge and the Ancestors, what blessings and gifts are coming through? For some of you, if you feel like you cannot move around as much as you used to or work out enough and things like that, go by a bicycle or walk to your job or the store. Do not use your vehicle. You may even experience, Spirit is saying, wherever you experience restrictions, for example, your vehicle for some reason breaks down or does not work as it used to, and you have to go and repair it, or things of that nature, little coincidences here and there where you feel like, okay, I'm restricted to use this system that worked so well for me. This is where you're supposed to recycle. You know, this is where you're supposed to go to your old ways that used to work. For example, your gym closed. Well, in the past, maybe you worked out at home. Do it again. Your vehicle breaks down. Well, in the past you walked, you used social transport. Do it again. You know, your solutions and gifts really lie in your previous ways of doing things, but it's almost like you overlooked them because you believed, oh, I outgrew this version of me, and you disregarded all the goodness that you have already mastered. So you're going back to old skills. Okay. Even your physical body might feel like it's going back, like, to old foods. You're craving old foods. You're craving things from the past. Things from the past serve you better at this time. I'm getting really strongly this message because Spirit is saying that sometimes, you know, we can get caught up in the process of progression, growth, achievements, forward, next thing, new beginning, blah blah blah, and we throw away things that actually work so well, you know, systems that work so well, but we feel like in order to progress we must forget about these systems that used to work. And yeah, Spirit is really teaching you to return to them. So what is the gift? Once again, what are the gifts? What are the gifts, Spirit, please? Are there any gifts that want to come through? The Five of Cups. Ooh, this is literally being too focused on what you don't have. And these two other cups sit behind you, and it's like, hello, we're still there. You're still abundant. So, what I really feel for pile one, don't get scared, but this next season, this upcoming season, maybe this is like around the next 4 or 5 months, you would feel like not much is shifting and not much is changing, and you're even going backwards, and you're fixing so many things from the past, but also pulling so many treasures from the past, but you feel like you're not progressing or growing. And I don't think that this is true. So don't beat yourself up for not getting somewhere at a certain time frame. Remember the things you've forgotten. You have a lot of blessings and gifts you've forgotten about. The Magician, yes, 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 yes. All of your resources are already here. So Spirit is like, now is not the time to chase, now is not the time to achieve, now is not the time to push hard. Now is the time to just gently receive and especially access things that you already have. Again, Gemini energy. You've got a lot of Gemini, you've got a lot of air signs. Let me see if there is anything else. Although I don't think so. No, I think really this is all I've got for you guys. So I hope you resonated, okay? I hope you enjoyed this reading. I was getting a little slower at a certain point. I needed time with the cards, so sorry if it took a long time to get certain messages out, to get in the flow, but your reading is very... How do I explain it? It feels big energetically, but small in physical manifestation of this energy. And it feels very internal, so there isn't many shifts going on in your external reality. So yeah, it was hard for me to read those energies and these messages, but thank you for spending time with me and giving me a chance to provide you with guidance for this next season. I truly hope these messages help someone out and they resonate and they click with someone, and someone out there is like, yes, that's it, thank you. I really hope this reading is useful for you guys, so let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to support me on my channel, the best way to do it is to watch my ads, like, share, subscribe, or if you can and you want to, you can also donate to my Ko-fi page or to my PayPal link. And yeah, right now I'm very tight on personal readings, so I don't provide them. So if I have not responded to an email or a message, that is because I'm extremely busy with other areas of my life, and readings are something I do in my free time, whenever I feel that I have the energy to do them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see what is the forecast for this upcoming season. So around the next 4 to 5 months, more so 4 months, but just the next season, wherever you live, however seasons are, where you live. So first we're going to see what is increasing and what is decreasing in your life. What is increasing? Strength. That's good. What is decreasing? Multi-dimensionality. Okay, so focus is increasing. With strength, you guys are getting much more focused. You might start lifting, actually. You might be focusing on the strength of your body. This could be able to give you focused energy with multi-dimensionality. what is decreasing is spreading yourself thin around many different areas in your life, and you see how these different particles come together in the center. This is what I feel for you. The more you focus, the stronger you would feel. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills toward a strong and balanced way of being, the center, the core. So this next season, you're getting to the core of things. You're building a strong core for something. Physically, with your body, in your career, in your relationships, you're making things smaller, more concentrated and centered, but stronger. So what should you focus on this next season? And don't worry, I will probably go back to these cards a couple of times to elaborate on all of them once I review all of the oracles. So what should you focus on? Netzach. This is a Sephiroth from the Tree of Life, the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. And Chokurei, this is a Reiki symbol. Which is interesting because this Reiki symbol is the first symbol that is given to initiates, and usually it translates something along the lines of power of the universe is concentrated here, and is written down on the palms of the initiate, and it's literally a symbol of power and strength. So you have it twice. That's nice. That's really nice. So I'm going to place them like this. Netzach also means, I believe it translates to victory and passion and pleasure, and it's a very Venusian Sephiroth or sphere. So these are the gifts from the ancestors. But let's first of all channel here. And by the way, I'm not a Reiki initiate or anything like that. I read and studied about these symbols from the deck. So okay. So this next season, you guys will be really focusing on your health, improving your body, because Netzach to me is about the chemical, the chemistry and the biology going on inside the body. I really feel you'll be focusing on how to feel wellness energetically, spiritually, and physically. You're pulling a lot of the multi-dimensional concepts, the multi-dimensional information you have, the information about crystals and cards and wellness and spirituality. You're really channeling this into how you take care of your physical vessel. Maybe you will start following a diet that is more spiritual, although I don't think there's such a diet, but there are definitely substances that are detrimental for our etheric and astral bodies as well, simply because energy affects matter and matter affects energy. So I think we're all on a different point of our journeys when it comes to how we align our body with our spirit, but diet is one way to do it whenever you're ready for this. So I think you would be really focusing on building strength within your body by maybe doing something that is more spiritual. So maybe not hardcore gym sessions, but rather yoga and Pilates and Qigong and things like that. This next season, you'll be really indulging in things you actually enjoy, and this will give you great fire inside of you, okay? Great passion with this Sephiroth, because this is really Venus. And despite the green color, and maybe some of you think of, oh, this is peace and healing and wellness, and yes, it is, but with Venus, we definitely have passion, pleasure, especially in combination with this card right here. Actually, let me read very quickly about this. This is the Oracle of Ascendance. This is where these cards are from. Let me read very quickly about this Sephiroth, because the Tree of Life is still something I'm getting used to and getting to learn on a deeper level. And this is a system, just like any other system, that takes you a lifetime, but I've been just dipping my toes in it still. So yeah, it means victory. This can be thought of as the primal sphere representing passion, eternity, primal instinct, and sexuality and sensuality, desire and endurance. Endurance training could be something you will be also diving into. Its opposite is the sphere Hod, the foundation base of the left pillar. When Netzach appears in your reading, you're asked to meditate upon and examine these energies of sexuality, primal instinct, desires, endurance, because they are necessary for your situation. This may mean that your situation lacks passion, such as the fire that drives a project, or it might mean that instinct is also being ignored. Has your intuition been talking to you? Have you been paying attention to what it is saying? If not, this card is a reminder that instinct is not only a very important tool for survival, but it's also an essential tool of protection for you. When instinct speaks, listen, for Netzach lends you the power to overcome all challenges. Actually, yeah, now this makes a lot of sense, because I feel maybe there is a situation you feel like you lack the power to push through and finish and finalize. And I think with strength, you're really bringing something to its a full circle. You're bringing something to a full circle. You're completing something that you believed you did not have the energy to do. So what are the gifts from the ancestors? Fired. Well, definitely passion is really being stirred up for you guys. It's really coming through. This next season you will be super energized and you would feel super empowered. And flow. Ooh, interesting. You will be, not only you will have passion, but it's like this fire, you will be able to really put it to practice and really create with it, manifest with it. The new moon in Aries definitely activated you, Pile 2. Yeah, but there is a project that is coming to fruition. There is something that you've been working on all aspects of it separately. Now they're all flowing together and they're becoming this one centered thing that you can clearly see and perceive, and it's like something from the higher dimensions was pulled into the 3D. You really finally manifested something, Pile 2. That's so cool. I really love this spread. Let me fix the cards. I hope you see all of them. So this is showing what is healing this next season for you, and these are the 3 goddesses that are supporting you on your journey this next season. So I got a very, very specific message when I was pulling these cards, that you may not resonate with each and every goddess here, but only with one, because what I channeled is that each goddess comes to support a specific collective within the pile. So there are collectives within the collectives of the piles, and each goddess kind of represents a different collective here, although you're very centered, which is interesting. But yeah, let's read. So the first goddess that comes to support you is Etain. If I butcher the names, if you know how to pronounce them correctly, I'm really sorry. Etain, whose name literally means shining one, was a Celtic moon goddess. Hello, hello. The second wife of Midir, king of the underworld. Midir's first wife, Funmak was jealous of Etain and turned her into a fly. Falling into a glass of wine, Etain drowned. She was reborn and married Eochaid, Eochaid, a fertility god. Midir challenged Eochaid to a game of chess. The result was that Etain must spend half her year underground and half on Earth. Oh, this is like, I knew I was getting Persephone vibes when I heard she was the wife of the god of the underworld, but now it's much clearer. So this is apparently the chaotic version of Persephone in Hades. Hades. Etain is especially a symbol of fertility, of the vitality and life of all growing things. A goddess familiar with both life and death. She teaches that wherever we are on earth or in the depths of the underworld, we too can be shining. So you guys are gathering the strength to shine within your creation, to say, I am the creator of this. You're gathering the strength to express what you want to express. You're gathering the strength to manifest your true desires. Maybe for the longest time, your manifestation was influenced by what other people believed was right or good for you. And you would have that vision for yourself that others kind of propelled. But now you have your own vision. So the next goddess with... This feels like this is gonna be close to Persephone because we have these animals here. And yeah, that's interesting. Eve. Oh, okay. This is Eve, you guys. The word Eve means life. The goddess Eve is the mother and nurturer of all life. She is the creator of the world and of all living beings, lady of the beasts and steward of all growing things. Even in the Bible, she is portrayed with a snake, a potent symbol of the vital life force found in every living being, representing rebirth and regeneration. In one of the Gnostic texts, it is Eve who calls Adam to life. Eve is the embodiment of primal female creative energy, of the powerful urge to create and sustain life. She is active femininity and relatedness to all that lives. She is life itself. So you guys are really in the creative process of something, in the final stage of a creation. Also, I definitely see Kundalini rising here, Kundalini awakening. So that's quite powerful if you ask me. Okay, excuse me for the noise. So the last goddess, Ishtar. Ishtar is the multi-layered Babylonian creator goddess, the source of all life and embodiment of the power of nature. They all talk about the same thing. She is the giver of plenty, a lawgiver, a judge, the goddess of time, as well as the goddess of both love and war. Her name means giver of light and derives from her role as queen of heavens. She is the planet Venus as both morning and evening star, and her girdle is the zodiac belt. Ishtar descends to the underworld and restores the vegetation god Tammuz to life and thus restores fertility to the earth. As she descends, she removes a veil at each gate. While she is underground, all life on earth is depressed and nothing comes to life. Ishtar is a multifaceted, powerful symbol of a fortified mode of being that is unafraid to venture into the depths of the underworld. She represents the creative feminine, active and strong. Whoa. Okay, so literally these goddesses mean the same thing, just as your cards are aligning. So with pile 1, each goddess was different to different portion of the cards because they felt so separate in groups. With you, there is a centered energy here. There is a focus, truly. So what is healing? Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to make a quick pause. It's something I also did with pile number 1 because I feel like I need to spend more time in silence with the cards to get out the messages, and I don't want you to watch this for like, I don't know, 20 minutes me being silent understanding the cards. So I'm going to spend time with the cards, really channel their messages, and then I will come back and explain all that I got. Okay, pile you. So I spent like 5 minutes and the messages started to come through. I don't know why I have to like make a pause and then suddenly everything is just intensified and I'm like, I have to record. I don't care if I go into silent pauses. If I don't record, I'm going to forget the things I'm getting. So first of all, you will be exploring a lot of multicultural events. You'll be going to a lot of cultural events in general, despite the restrictions due to the pandemic and all of that. I really feel you'll be going to a lot of events, to movies, theater, operas even. Your cultural knowledge will be expanding. Fire is usually, so these are the gifts from your ancestors. Fire is usually regarded as alchemy, transformation, renewal, but again, you're not having a new beginning, pile 2. You're making something come into fruition. You're making something come full circle. You're completing something and finally seeing the full absolute manifestation of it, the full look of it. So with fire, this is more so the gift of the ancestor is knowledge. The gift of the ancestors is knowledge and becoming very creative with your knowledge. Okay, with the flow, it's almost like you're doing whatever you want with the information you have. This is also definitely inspiration. The gift from the ancestors is creative inspiration and vision through meeting different people. I definitely see multicultural events. You're meeting different people from a lot of different places. You're coming together. I see gatherings at tables. I see a lot of networking when it comes to arts, culture, exchanging experience. I do see also with fire and flow, you will be really good with your words. The gift from your ancestors is something about debating or something about argumentation, something about writing as well, where you really, it's like you mold and shape your sentences however you like. It's like you channel this divine genius and you express it very freely with a great flow. So there is a flow of speech. So you're passing a test or something. I'm definitely getting an exam, some type of test that you guys are passing. Okay. With be willing to forgive. That is interesting. For some reason, I'm looking at this sign and I'm looking at this angel and I feel like they're connected and I'm getting some grandparents energy. So maybe some of you are forgiving your grandparents, you're viewing them in a different light, you're forgiving some family members that you used to dislike for whatever reasons. You may have drama there, you may have just issues with these relatives. There is forgiveness being exchanged extended to people that you did not expect to forgive, actually. So in a way, I feel like you guys are outgrowing your ego, because the strength card in tarot is also our ego, right? So you're being strong enough to, I'm not gonna lose anything, or I'm not gonna lose myself or my standpoint or my values if I forgive someone who doesn't match my values. If you extend forgiveness, but by basically being the bigger person, you're not going to lose your identity or back down from your values and morals. So you're getting this higher understanding of things, which is really nice. There is an aura purification. Some of you might have a aura cleanse or some type of session being done on you. Massages, things like that are very important for this next season, because I feel like you guys will be tired. I feel like you guys will accomplish a lot. You have a lot of you're getting a lot of work done. You're finishing a lot of projects. You're doing okay, you guys. You're healing your throat chakra. Why do I think so? I'm noticing a spiral here, and I really feel like you will need to speak and express yourselves, but you're more in the zone of taking action, doing, producing. You're also producing something. Some of you are producing music. I definitely see that. It will be a very fertile season for you, despite, for me at least, it's winter and it's almost like we're closing in our shelves. It will be a super productive time for you, Pile 2. The music and the healing arts are very important here, but maybe you won't be as vocal or as extroverted as you should be about what you're creating. So maybe you will seek help from friends, is one thing that I see. Maybe friends will help you get ideas about how can you promote yourself. That's important for Pile 2 this next season. This goddess is definitely coming through saying, be mindful of people jealous of you. Okay? Your ancestors are saying you have the gifts of fire and flow. It's like you're passionate, you want to take action, but it comes so easily to you. So right now, inspiration, progression, achievement, accomplishment, and finalization of things, all of these things will come very naturally to you, and people might be a little bit jealous of you. Okay, so be mindful of your circle. As I said, you're minimizing things, your circle will be minimized. You're being very selective with the people you let close to you, and that is for a reason. So Ishtar is coming through, Queen of Heaven. Let's see, Giver of Light. Let's see what is she blessing you with? What is she blessing you with? Nine of Wands, perseverance. She's blessing you with strength again. Oh my goodness. Some of you, it's like, maybe this is in your career, maybe it's within friendships, but if you imagine a pyramid, you're moving one scale higher, and it's getting, the higher you move, it's getting tighter and tighter, right? The space is smaller and smaller because you're moving towards the top. So I feel like you're entering a smaller team. Maybe you're being moved from one project onto the next, and your team is now smaller, but you're working much better with a smaller team. You guys, I really see establishing something like a family business, establishing something like friends coming together and creating something. And you guys, it's almost like if you've been working with a group of people or a team or a group of friends, fewer of you will be left. Okay, so fewer of you will be left, but you will be much stronger the less you are. Okay, because it's almost like certain members of that team were jealous, or for whatever reason they did not flow with you, they did not resonate with you no more, and they're being removed by the team, by the project. What is Ishtar blessing you with? What is Ishtar blessing you with? Five of Pentacles. I really hate this card because I don't fully understand it. I don't fully grasp it. I know what it means consciously, but I don't intuitively channel for it. So this may take some time. I will clarify something else while these cards sit here. Okay. You have the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Empress with Eve. Yeah, you have a lot of fertility, a lot of growth, a lot of creativity, like tons of it. Okay. Be watchful of people who pretend to be the victims of a situation, okay? Because right now, Pile 2, you're really, if you've been like stuck or feeling like you're the victim of circumstances, you're truly exiting this consciousness. So when we shift from one consciousness or one vibration into the next, we oftentimes meet people and circumstances that remind us of what we're leaving behind, because it's how energy works, and because it's kind of like a universal test once again. Are you really ready to move on from that or not? So you might meet people who are like dissatisfied with life, they are the victims and all of that. So be watchful, okay? Be watchful, because people might try to make you feel bad for feeling so good, okay? So you don't own anything. Being compassionate towards people is one thing, but getting your mood down and feeling like your energy is leaving you because of people having their own personal struggles is absolutely not advisable. It's absolutely not something we want to do. So yeah, be careful of people deceiving you or manipulating you into giving them your resources, okay? Um, because they feel like, or they tell you they're victims, they portray themselves in this light, and they make you feel guilty for, you know, being so, how do I say, like self-sufficient. And this next season you really realize that, okay, I'm writing my destiny, I'm creating my reality, I'm responsible, I'm not a victim to my circumstances, I'm responsible for what I experience. And you have these people who are like, oh, you've got so much energy and so many resources. Okay, Pile 2, I'm really sorry. I stopped filming. My camera stopped filming. Anyway, so yeah, and I already pulled these two cards and I was speaking on them. But anyways, I will repeat the messages because I remember them. So yeah, people would be like kind of possessive over your time and energy because they see you enjoying the process of working and putting your energy into something, and they're not feeling the same way. So they may try to distract you, okay? Be mindful of people who try to distract you. Be mindful of people who are making you feel guilty for being so focused, okay? Because then I was like, okay, last messages for Pile 2, what should they know? 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords. You will be happy, busy. That you will be happy putting your energy into something, channeling your energy into something proactive, productive, something that gives you results, gives you satisfaction. This is what I see this next season, okay? You will be super busy, but you will be super happy because you know you're putting your energy into something that will give you results. This is what I'm seeing. And people may talk behind your back that you forgot about them, you're always so busy, and they're saying it kind of like it's your fault, or like you're pretending to be busy and things like that. But that is not the truth, and you know it. And the people who truly love you and support you, they also know it. So make sure you're very clear with the people you love and your friends and family. Make sure you're really clear on, okay, I'm super extremely tight on time, my schedule is packed up, so I want to see you, okay? I want to talk to you. Make sure at least you send a couple of messages to show that I miss you, I want to meet you. It's just that I really don't have the time and the energy to do that now. It's just what it is, you know? So make sure to communicate that with the important people in your life. And those who play tricks and games and they're like, you know, being manipulative with how they make you feel about your progress and the things you invest your energy in, well, these people should, first of all, they should stay away from you. You should put a very strong barrier between you and them. But yeah, basically, the last message is you will be super busy but super happy, because once again, it's like you're finally channeling your energy into something that makes you feel like it's going somewhere. I can see it, okay? So that is really good. Pile 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope you resonated with the messages. Thank you so much for being patient with me to get out the messages, pausing the video to spend time with the cards. Just all of my little quirky things that I do in order to channel properly. Yeah, I've been really, how do I say, using different methods and ways to channel. So thank you for being very patient with me and patient with me getting readings out. Also at this time I'm very tight on time myself, so I won't be able to do many personal readings. So if I haven't responded to a message or an email, it's not personal. It's not because I don't read my emails, it's because I'm like, I can't do the reading anyways, so I don't have time to respond. That's it. So yeah, I do personals when I have time and energy and I feel spirit guides me to do them. Because again, yes, I do personal readings and I have this channel and everything, but this is not my main focus. It's not my job or career. So yeah, I have other responsibilities and I am here simply whenever I feel guided to share messages and codes and activations and all of these things. So thank you for all of you who resonate with me and are part of my journey. I really appreciate your support. And if you want to continue to support me, the easiest way to do it is to watch my ads, like, share, subscribe. And if you have the means and the will, the desire to do it, you can always donate to my channel as well through my Ko-fi or PayPal links. So that's all I've got for you, Pile 2. Again, thank you for spending this time with me and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's see, what is your forecast for this upcoming season, or start to say the next sorry, the next 4 or 5 months. So yeah, let's get into it. These cards will show you what is increasing and what is decreasing in your life. Increased sensuality. Okay, Pile 3, coming in with some spicy energy. And kindness is decreasing. Interesting. So, first of all, what is increasing? With sensuality, your desire to move around a bit more, to dance, to spend time with people that make you feel good. Maybe even your desire to be in a relationship, if you're not in one, has increased. To share your love, this desire has also increased. With kindness, I'm getting that some of you might feel betrayed or hurt, or like your kindness has not been appreciated, so you're trying to minimize it. You're being careful with who you extend your kindness to, because you realize that not everyone is as grateful as you would expect them to be. But also, perhaps you haven't been kind to yourself lately and your kindness has decreased already, so it's something you should improve through sensuality. Perhaps through sensuality you will find a new way and a new inspiration and a new hope to be kinder to yourself and kinder to others, and this new hope that people can change and actually be receptive to kindness and respond to kindness with more of it. So maybe in the past your kind gestures haven't been once again acknowledged, or people responded aggressively towards your kindness, they felt offended or whatever. You know, people these days can be extremely sensitive about the littlest things. So yeah, that's a I'm not gonna even get into that. I'm only gonna scratch the surface here. But basically, people maybe responded in a way you would never expect them to a kind gesture that you did for them. So now you're learning through sensuality to once again turn back to your loving nature, to your compassionate nature, to your sensual nature. This is a gift from the ancestors we're going to open in a bit, but let's see, what should you focus on the next season, pile 3. Keter, this is wisdom, this is the crown chakra, Pluto, and the octagram, the 8 pointed star. Okay. Through sensuality, you guys are channeling some very powerful messages, because with the octagram, the 8 pointed star, we have number 8 encoded in geometry. So 8 is definitely about power, resources, money, to put it plainly. Eighth house is the house of Scorpio, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. And we also have Keter, which in the tree of Kabbalah is the highest sphere. It's God source, the universe, one consciousness, the one consciousness, the one creator. And Keter talks about a situation that is concerned with a separation, okay? I think, you guys, this next season, you're understanding power dynamics between people, within your relationships, within the relationships of others, even within societal structures. Power dynamics. How do you feel you owe your friends, your family, or just people in your life something? Do you do certain things? Do you act certain ways because you feel like they owe you something or you owe them something? Are you kind because they did something for you and, you're just like, I have to be kind to this person? Or do you think people are kind to you because you've given something to them and you feel like they love me because of my money, or they want to be my friends because they benefit from me? You understand power dynamics, power struggles. With sensuality, you are awakening to your own magnetism. You are awakening, I don't know, this card to me is almost like talking about Venus energy, and it's talking about Aphrodite energy, where you feel one with a goddess or a god aspect of you. Not trying to bring on the god complex here, but you're simply feeling oneness with your higher self through sensuality. It makes you feel super powerful. The frequency of sensuality reminds us that as spirits in human bodies, we are sensual beings experiencing joy and pleasure from the physical world through our senses. Keter coming through, woof, with Pluto is like, where are your limits? Are you boundless? With sensuality, it's like you guys are really testing the limits of your senses. This next season, you might be really experimenting with your sexuality. You might be experimenting with how you express your gender identification. You might experiment with the way you dress a lot, but you're testing the boundaries. You're testing the limits. the limits that this physical world can offer you. You might really feel like you want to create situations that boost your adrenaline, that create an adrenaline rush. Be careful, pile 3, okay? Because I definitely feel like you are susceptible to try out substances. You may want to have experiences that are a little dangerous, but they excite you. So there is something dangerous that deviates away from your wisdom and what you know to be good and right for you, but is alluring, okay? It's almost like you're lusting over something forbidden or something that is not as accessible, not as available to you, especially as you'd want it to be. And there is just something here hidden, something forbidden that you're kind of trying to reach. And because we have Pluto, we have a climax with Pluto, we have death, we have Pluto is the climax, period. Pluto is the build up energy that explodes. Pluto is actually a very explosive dwarf planet. So yeah, especially in mixture with the sensuality cards. So you guys might feel a little explosive, you might feel a little extra. Why kindness is decreasing? I feel you should be a little careful with, when you test your limits, don't hurt yourself with kindness decreasing. Make sure you are gentle towards yourself. What is interesting here is you might feel very sensual and like your senses are stimulated when you dive into certain books of the occult, especially. You might feel like your nervous system is being stimulated. Be also careful with that. I'm really feeling like you guys are prone to occult or spiritual movements, to get persuaded by a specific spiritual or occult side of things. So just be careful, remain as neutral as you can, okay? I mean, enjoy yourself. Yes, sensuality is increasing. You will be enjoying the physical realm. But when it comes to wisdom, because we have Keter, when it comes to wisdom, make sure you're not taking sides or you're not like completely believing a doctrine or something you're reading. What is the gift from spirit? Ooh, the spiral. Yeah, you guys are diving deep. And the spiral is like showing up in a way here. Spiral is about ascension, and so is Keter. Keter is about spiritual ascension, growth, and wisdom. So I think you guys might achieve some type of transcendental experience through sensuality. Maybe Tantra is going to be something you'll be exploring. I feel like some of you are entering forbidden or hidden realms. How do I explain this? With the spiral, there is a portal opening for many of you. With Pluto as well. There is a boundary or a limit that's been broken. It's like the eggshell broke, and now whatever is inside will become visible. Something is being exposed. Through your senses, something is being exposed. And I'm trying to think of examples to give you so that you understand what I mean a bit better. For some of you, trauma will be released through physical movement. For others, an intimate union might expose the true feelings of someone or the truth about the connection. Let me open the rest of the cards. So this card will show what is healing, and these are the three goddesses that are supporting you right now. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, when I pulled from this deck these goddesses, I specifically got they should be 3 for each pile, because each goddess might represent a different collective. If you connect with all goddesses, amazing. If you connect with only one, that is even better, because I really feel that each goddess is coming through to signify the subtle nuances between the collectives within each pile. So the first goddess is Inanna. Inanna is the ancient Sumerian mother goddess, both the protector of grain and the queen of heaven. She combines earth and the sky. Powerful, self-sufficient, passionate, and many-sided, she is a fertility goddess as well as the source of the earth's wells, springs, and rivers. Each year, Inanna descends to the underworld to resurrect her consort Dumuzi. At each of the 7 gates, she leaves one of her garments behind until naked she meets her sister Erishkigal, queen of the underworld. Erishkigal kills Inanna and hangs her on a hook until Inanna herself is resurrected and returns to life. Inanna is a representation of the many facets that go into being feminine, as well as a guide into the dark places of psychological and spiritual death and disintegration. Pluto and the spiral. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm placing her here. The second goddess, Venus. Well, hello Venus. Hello, beautiful. Venus is the Roman goddess of grace and love, called Aphrodite by the Greeks. She evolved from an early Italian nature goddess, a bringer of spring blooms and vines, a goddess of growth and the beauty of nature. The goddess of desire, Venus, was the irresistible personification of both physical and spiritual love. She gave her name to the second planet of dawn and dusk, as did her sister goddess Inanna, Sumeria, and Ishtar, Babylonia. I mean, yeah, Inanna and Ishtar and Venus, they're the same entity from a different collective consciousness. The story of Venus' birth tells how she arose naked from the sea, the source of all life, primordial creation, and the symbol of both the collective unconscious and eternity. It is a wonderful image for the emergence of a young woman into her full femininity. Venus is a striking affirmation of the love of beauty and the pleasure of the senses. Risen from the sea, she is a guide through both the stormy and calm waters of our physical desires and emotions. I'm placing her here. It feels like this is the maiden, the mother, and this looks like the crone because it's simply an older face, but let's see who this is. Spider Woman. Spider Woman is an important goddess among many southwestern Native American tribes. Though occasionally destructive, she is nearly always portrayed as beneficent. The Curisan whatever. Spider-Woman created everything there is by thinking, dreaming, or naming. She taught the people how to plant seeds. Cherokee grandmother Spider brought people the sun and fire. She taught them pottery, weaving, and how to make ceremonial blessings. Spider-Woman is responsible for bringing fire among the Pueblo, Tewa, and Kiowa tribes. A Spider-Woman named Biliku, found in the Indian subcontinent, also brought fire and light. Fire and light, interesting. For the Hopi, Spider-Woman is a creator who helped the people during their emergence, created the moon, has the power to give and take life, and is connected to hunting and agriculture. Spider-Woman is a reminder that good comes from everywhere. Even the lowly spider, sometimes dismissed as irrelevant, has the power to create and teach. Once again, Plutonian energy. And what is healing? You are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. So you guys, maybe your clairvoyant abilities were blocked, okay, with Pluto, Keter, and the octagram. And kindness, the things I spoke about, people maybe not reciprocating or giving back to you the kindness you extend to them. Well, I feel like you've been basically not attacked consciously, but blocked psychically. You've been blocked psychically from investigating into a specific realm. That's why I said it's almost like a barrier is being broken. It's almost like you're entering a forbidden realm. You're becoming clairvoyant and you're starting to see things that you were not allowed to see in the past. It's almost like the universe is saying you're ready now to see the truth. With Pluto, again in Keter, big revelation with the octagram that will be life-changing, that will be very transformative with this number 8. Your third eye is healing. There is something about your third eye repairing. And your heart chakra as well. So your sacral, your heart, and your third eye. 3 chakras for some of you have been invaded by other energies. And Keter, honestly, yeah, it is the highest sphere, it represents wisdom and all that, but for some reason I'm seeing this card as a purification sphere that passes down through your column of light, through your entire body to cleanse it. There's a cleansing happening this next season for you, pile 3. You must become very careful with the spiritual energies you entertain and you allow in your space, as well as the spiritual attachments people in your life have, because they are kind of like a virus. You know, if you spend enough time with a person, their programs get installed in your energy field. So you're definitely becoming very clairvoyant about this, and it's almost like you're no longer tricked by the beauty of people. You might be dreaming of very beautiful people, but something about them does not sit right with you. Very beautiful lovers or things of that nature. Or you might be attracting in real waking life very beautiful people, very attractive people that you're intimately attracted to. However, something steers you wrong about this person. There's a good feeling that tells you no. And that is the spider web, that is a trap, and the spider woman comes through saying, I weave those webs so I can recognize them. Okay, so she is helping you recognize when someone is trying to pull you or lure you into their web, into their trap, into a spiral of no exit. So yeah, you guys are receiving this next season a lot of warning signs about all the things you should not really tap into. There are revelations about people, clairvoyant visions about people. You're seeing the truth about them. That's why kindness might be decreasing, because a lot of truth is getting exposed to the surface. So beneath beauty and all of that might lay very ugly foundation, and you're seeing all of it. And I almost feel like some of you guys are not only tapping into conspiracy theories, because it's something I heard, no spirit, not just that. I feel like with Pluto, you're seeing the ugly, but you're also destroying it. You're destroying the ugly and you're planting seeds of beauty with sensuality. And Venus, you're seeing beneath false beauty, you see the ugliness beneath it, and you swipe it off and you plant seeds of true beauty. It's almost like you plant seeds of angelic frequency, beauty, light, and love within the heart of the beast. Within the very heart of the beast. This is triggering. This is triggering for any system oriented around the beast. Part number 3, you might feel a bit like it's hard for you to install yourself in the system. live peacefully within the system, because your energy is very triggering for the system. So this next season, because you cannot live in the system no more, you're weaving your own world. Yep. Even if you've always been aware of what is going on behind the scenes, now it's even deeper than that. You're seeing even deeper than that. You're seeing the smallest imprints of control and possession within people, within culture, within brands, music, films, books, all of it, education, and you're just exposing it in a very eloquent way, and that is why it's so triggering. For you're triggering the demons of people, and because you actually mirror their light. This next season, a lesson for you is to mirror people's light. Even when you see their shadow, and even when you try to remove their shadow, or even when you try to heal their shadow, mirror their light. That's how you plant seeds of light. Seeds of light. And seeds of true beauty. You're creating your own world of pleasure, love, and happiness. You might be really connecting strongly with mermaid consciousness and angelic consciousness. Someone might be hiding their feelings for you, pile 3. And I feel like you're seeing right through them. You're seeing right through them. You have an ascension journey with this person. You have an ascension process. And there is an ancestor coming through saying that you're compatible, actually. You come from the same source, from the same soul branch, if you will, from the same bubble. You are on the same frequency. Maybe your instincts might be to grow cold to people you fall in love with because you want to protect yourself, but this instinct is being removed and reviewed and transformed. The way you fall in love is being transformed through wisdom. But yeah, it's almost like... And the beautiful thing for you, pile 3, is that this next season for you, you're seeing there is, again, someone loves you and you love them. You see their demons, and through them you see your own demons. But this time, instead of running away, blaming, creating drama, you're very calm, cool, and collected, and your ancestors are advising you to continue this ascension without attachment to the result. I'm not saying you're gonna enter a relationship with this person, but you have an ascension journey with this person. I'm hearing time is irrelevant, so you may feel like you have to rush it, or you may feel like that this is taking forever, or you may feel like this is never coming into fruition, or that it has to come into fruition now. But however time is playing a role of separating the two of you, at the end of the day, you will play a role in each other's lives for a long time. Because I feel like if you were to understand logically the timing of this connection, it's like you're running out of time or something, or the timing isn't right or whatever. But this is not like one-time opportunity, because time here is irrelevant. You have many intersection points throughout your lifetime, this lifetime, and throughout past lives as well. I almost feel like that was your brother or sister in a past life. You were brothers and sisters. What is pile 3 seeing clairvoyantly? What should they trust? What are the visions for the next seasons that they have? Okay, 5 of Cups reversed. Don't hold back your love. Ace of Swords. Okay, hold on. We've got something else here. And the Page of Wands. Yes, you're definitely seeing the true feelings and passion and sensuality of someone towards you. But with the 5 of Cups, you're like, until you show me compassion and love, I'm not gonna give in sensually into this. You want to be emotionally involved with this person before you're physically involved with them. That is something you see. And maybe this person is trying to rush the physical involvement and you're like, nope. No, no, no. Not yet. Not this way. You're seeing the true intentions and you're seeing the true stage of progression of this person. And of people in general. You're seeing the true intentions of people in general. You're seeing what they hold back. With the 5 of Cups, for some reason, I'm getting an energy of holding back. You see what people are holding back from you. Whether it's good or bad, you clearly read through them at this time. Justice card within Keter and Pluto. With Inanna, these cards right here. Whoever wronged you, first of all, they're getting their karma back. And I'm not saying this to be mean or like, haha, you're getting your karma back because you hurt my viewers. But simply because it's how energy works. And I've said this before as well. It's just how the universe is. You know, if you do bad things, eventually bad things get back to you. It doesn't matter what you do. Black magic, whatever type of magic, to run away from your karma, you literally can't. One of the astral planes will make you face the karma. You may not face it in the physical world because, for example, people wonder. I'm gonna go on a quick tangent because I feel like some of you might be interested in this or know what I'm talking about. Well, people wonder why secret societies, if they're doing so much evil to the world, how do they escape their karma? Why are they still, operating the way they are? First of all, they're our greatest teachers because we learn so much about the light through opposing darkness or surrendering somehow, some way, learning to battle it, if you will, and to just not let it influence us. But also, yeah, they do a lot of magic, they do a lot of rituals, they do a lot of planetary magic for the wrong reasons, yes, but it helps them escape the karma and the physical reality, but I hope all of you know what happens to the soul that does evil. I mean, you cannot escape that. Your soul cannot escape the detriment you've done. Their souls degrade and literally at some point fall apart. You can fall only this low in frequency before you you just get recycled. Period. So I'm not saying that someone who did you wrong will be recycled. I don't want this to be this dramatic. I'm not God. I'm not anyone to know how this exactly happens. But I just want you to know that our deeds come back to us. There isn't such thing as they escaped their karma. Why is the universe being unfair and not treating them fairly? There isn't such thing. I want you to know that everyone gets their karma, one way or another. So there is almost this type of reassurance. Your kindness will pay off. Don't close your heart. Don't stop doing good deeds just because you feel like, well, it's not paying off anyways and bad people are not receiving their karma anyways, so why should I be a good person? Or why should I give so much of me? Inanna is really teaching you that. Inanna is the light and the shadow, don't forget this. Okay? Excuse me, I just had to. Someone needed to hear this. Someone really needed to hear this. King of Wands. Yes, 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 yes. Master of instincts, master of the lion, master of intuition. I'm hearing power will be returned. Power will be fairly distributed in the situation. If you were overpowered by someone, this power is ricocheting back to you. Let me read something. Okay, I wanted to make sure. I'm seeing something like a black sphere right here, or like a crystal ball that is just in the shadow, hidden. The King of Wands is the illumination, the fiery revelation. There is a hidden clairvoyant message you're gonna get. Pay attention to your dreams, pile 3. You might get a vision that does not make much sense to you, and after it happens, it makes sense. So pay attention to your dreams. But power and resources and energy will be fairly distributed. That is the message Nana has for you. She wants to reassure you. This next season, no more overpowering over you. No more hidden agendas. What is this new world that you're creating for yourself with the Spider Woman? Oh, okay. Lots of cards. Six of Swords. Peace, transition, and the Death card. Oof. Okay, pile 3. Strong Scorpio, Leo, Taurus energy. One more. You're absolutely cutting away authorities from your life. You're cutting authoritative heads off, basically. I don't know why, but some of you are tapping into some scientific experimentation. I see, like, I'm seeing playing with light, and I'm seeing microscopes and things like that. You might be learning anatomy for some of you, anatomy of the body, especially the skeleton. Whether it's in the occult or the scientific areas. Six of Cups. Wow. Okay. The Six of Cups is the astral plane. The Six of Cups represents also soulmates. So whatever new life or new system or new environment, new world order that you are building for yourself, this is like your world order and not anybody else's. Whatever it is of that nature that you are building, it's going to include soulmates. It's going to include revelations from the astral plane that you've received. It's going to include meditation. You have 2 sixes. So the 6th house, healthy service. Some of you, okay, this next season, some of you have suffered health issues because of your work. And I feel like you're transitioning to a new work schedule, new lifestyle that helps you overcome any health issues that arise due to the way you used to work, due to the way you used to navigate your schedule. There is a lot of peace, harmony, and balance coming through for you guys, which I really enjoy. And it will come once you start weaving your own world. Do not... Okay, pile 3, you're learning that you should not rely on other people making it easy for you, other systems making it easy for you, websites, apps, authorities, institutions. They won't make it easy for you, pile 3, just because of the nature of your being and the nature of your purpose here. You're gonna make it easy for yourself this season. Don't be afraid to walk the unknown path and be your own leader. You're actually gonna end up very lucky being your own teacher, being your own leader, being your own boss, being your own parent. You're playing a multifaceted role in your life to yourself, but there is a profound connection to the ethers that you're having right now, and profound guidance. So clear. How do I create heaven on earth? This is what you're studying. This is what you're practicing right now. How do I create heaven on earth? I see a temporary moment of isolation. You might even go to live away from the city for a week or two, spend time with yourself. I see you in nature, but not just in nature, like a park in the city or something. I see you away from the city, living in a smaller town or village for a week or two, traveling away from the world for a while, to be able to clearly hear and see the plan that you're meant to execute. There is a plan in the cards for you, forming. But remain kind, okay? Despite the revelations, despite the truths being unveiled, remain kind and balanced. Make sure, because these visions that you get, as I said, might really stir up your nervous system, your senses with sensuality. Make sure you don't waste the energy you receive from the divine by investing it into this nervous reaction, by investing it into the excitement about the vision, okay? This energy should be invested in creating the vision, not just being excited about it. That's something I also see. You might have struggled in the past with wasting tons of energy and inspiration simply into the vision of it, into the idea of it, but not into the creation of that idea, the procreation of that idea. I feel like some of you are, with that King of Wands, meeting a person that is very much in tune with you. You're like, okay, finally a match. Doesn't have to be a masculine, this could be a feminine. Because I'm looking at Inanna and I feel like these two cards are the same energy. So this is either a feminine with lots of masculine energy or masculine with lots of feminine, just someone very balanced, very balanced. You can see both energies within them. You may even wonder, what is your sexuality? They're just very, very androgynous within their energetic field. They're very, very balanced. And they may not be your type initially. Remain open to new things entering your life. After this stage of silence and withdrawal from the city and all that, after that you will have a plan and everything, but you should remain open for these new things, because I feel like after a long time of reflection, suddenly new things will want to enter your life and you'll be surprised. And they may feel like they're ruining your momentum or your vision. But actually, I feel that there are a lot of unexpected things coming your way that will create with you, co-create with you, your vision and this new world. So don't push them away, don't judge the book by its cover, don't push them away immediately. Everything that is supposed to be rejected right now is basically the past and especially authorities. But there is a difference between authorities and people who have power, who see you just as powerful. Because such people can be great allies, actually. I do see you'll be working on something alone, but at the same time, just to remain open that it's like, imagine it this way. You're progressing, right? You're moving forward, and different things come up to build up the thing you're moving forward. They come and go, but they leave a little contribution and it moves forward. These people will not stick around and these circumstances will not remain forever. But they will contribute to build up this. It's like this is a magnet pulling a lot of different pieces while on its journey forward. That's what you're doing. And yes, you're doing it alone, but there will be unexpected elements that will contribute to the creation. So that's all I've got for you, pile 3. Woo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I definitely hope you resonated, and let me know if the reading is useful and helpful to you, because this is the most important objective of my readings here on YouTube. So I am sending you tons of love, tons of light, and tons of gratitude. And if you want to support me, you can always like, share, subscribe, or donate to the channel. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope to see you next time as well. Bye.